or you should refund the money. God damn.
I think you're setting yourself up like not so good.
You can edit.
Cause okay, yeah.
Keep talking.
Okay.
Divorce is like
Yeah.
with interest. The maximum interest under the law.
Kimchi.
안돼 지금 동영상 녹화 중이야.
Yeah, you're.
자, 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
아 지금 영어로 하기로 했지.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Jessica.
My name is Morgan.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So today we're going to talk about
Divorce ceremony is necessary or not?
So first we're going to talk about what a divorce ceremony could be. So Morgan has an idea of what that could be. So he's going to explain his idea.
Yes. I have a huge idea of how to make marriage more important.
So in Korea there is kind of this issue where many people have to go to many weddings in a year, especially when you're in your 30s, right? Usually.
Yeah.
A lot of your friends are getting married. So in Korea, maybe one wedding has 150 people to 300 people. Is that right? Is that about right?
맞아.
150 to 300?
50, 52.
50? 50 to 100.
아 맞아. 50, 50. Yeah, just about more than hundreds.
So people usually have to go to weddings many times in a year. But the thing is, the difference between America and Korea is that in America, you don't really bring money to a ceremony.
But don't you bring gift?
Yes, you do bring gifts, but you don't bring it the wedding day. That's usually before the wedding. We call it like a bridal shower. So that's usually before the ceremony. But in Korea, the day of the wedding, you just put the money in an envelope and then you give it to the people at the front. And usually, on average, how much money do people give?
If you are not really close to them, 5만 원, 50만 원. It's English이니까 50,000 won.
50,000 won.
If you are friend, 100,000 won. More than friend, more than 100,000 won.
So if in 1 year, if you go to maybe, how many weddings do you go to in a year? Like last year, how many did you?
Last year, probably 10 weddings I went to.
Oh my god, no wonder you want a divorce ceremony. So you've probably spent how much last year for wedding ceremonies? How much money total?
Maybe around 1 million won.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Yes.
Yes.
And the money is not important. I just want to make sure the marriage that I bless goes on and on. Not stop without my permission.
I think you're setting yourself up like not so good.
You can edit.
Cause it's.
Keep talking.
Okay.
아니, money doesn't really matter. You give, and the material that you give to your friends doesn't matter.
But it's
The
also
promise. They call us to their wedding and promise to keep their marriage forever in front of us and in front of their family and in front of God. Right? Then they have to keep their promise. But I know accidentally it happens. Divorce.
Yes.
Because people make mistakes and something very bad happen. Accidentally.
Yes, true.
Then they have to call us to come to the ceremony.
The ceremony kind of reminds me of like divorce court, except the judges are all of your friends and family.
Yes.
And not like
Judges
a
call
judge.
us too.
And then continue. How would it be decided, like, if they were to stay together or not? Is it one person deciding, like, you have an official judge there? Or who are the judges?
I think the judge should get the list of people who joined the wedding and call us to the court and give a right to us to vote for their wedding if it goes on or not. Because we have right. We joined the ceremony and paid money and spent our time because of the wedding. Right?
For the wedding ceremony, you did spend time and money. So do you think, like, so why, okay, here's the question. So why
Give me a
do you...
question. Good one.
Why do you think that the guests should be the judge of whether the couple should stay together or not?
Because at first place, the couple called us to bless them and
be a witness?
yeah. Why did they call us?
Because, well, isn't like getting
Fun?
married supposed to be like
Party?
kind of like a celebration? So kind of like a birthday party, but bigger, right? So if it's your birthday, you invite your friends and family, and they come
birthday
and
party.
yay,
We call
celebrate.
friends,
Happy birthday.
celebrate.
Happy marriage, yay!
Yeah, and when they die, they call us to their funeral, right?
Oh yeah, funeral too.
Divorce is like funeral. So they have to call us to
The end of marriage.
yes, end of marriage. And add to it, they have to call us to divorce ceremony. Did I say it already? Like vote.
Oh yeah.
We have to vote for the divorce. If they can't get more than 50%, they have to stay. Because the judgment, two people's judgment is not better than whole of people's judgment. Who care them and
So you mean like rather than just one judge who has experience, but rather the guest. So friends and family who actually know the couple and know the situation much better.
Yes, and the
should
family
vote.
too. Parents, friends, and bosses, underlings.
But do you think everyone should, or only like people who actually know the situation?
Everyone who joined the wedding ceremony. Or you should refund the money. God damn it.
Yeah. You said that earlier. Yeah.
With interest. The maximum interest under the law.
Okay.
Money is very important, dude. But money is not the most important. The oath. The oath. Don't break the oath you made in front of me.
So
I am very important person.
So you know how when there's divorce court, they like people are married and they have to kind of figure out what to do with the finances, right? like who is going to take what. So you think like one portion of it should be like the amount of money that should be returned to guests as well.
All of it with interest.
How would you do with interest? Oh, so if they don't pay right away?
No, if they divorce like in 10 years, you should pay me for the interest for 10 years.
But then that doesn't make sense because it was a long relationship. What if it was like a month and then they decide to get... That's worse than 10 years.
It's okay. It's quick decision.
So if they were just together a month, then that's only 1 month interest?
Yes. But they have to get more than 50% vote from us. Otherwise, you have to stay. Because, you know, the relationship. How many relationships have you had? Many, right?
Yes. Or
Long
like
or short?
dating, yes.
Mhm.
But like real relationships, only 2.
Okay. In the relationship, your emotion goes up and down, right? And there were so many crises, right? So, when the decision was made, like to get divorced with each other, you don't know if the emotion will change sooner or later.
Sure.
Yeah. So if
So people should not... They should not like take marriage lightly, is what you're saying.
of
So like, oh, I
course-
feel angry today at you. Let's get
Mm.
divorced.
Of course. If it's light, you should never call us to the wedding.
And then also, it's always hard when you have children, right? Because most couples would like to stay together for their children.
Yeah, if you have children, just stick to each other. Oh, but I'm not judging people who divorced
Yeah.
already. I'm just angry with the people who divorced without my permission, who already asked me to join the wedding ceremony and got my money and my blessing. My blessing is not that light, you know. I'm very sincere person, and
But it depends on how people think of it. Because when people go to a wedding, they don't think of it as like, I'm giving my blessing. They're just there to congratulate. I mean, it really depends on the person, right? Because some people go to weddings because, oh, this is my business partner's daughter, so I'm going to go because of business. They don't really care actually about her getting married at all.
then
And there's people who like close family, right?
I know.
So they go because, of course, they are wanting to be there.
Okay, I understand your thought.
Mm.
Then, when the divorce ceremony is called, they won't come. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's
you don't
true.
have
It's
to
like
consider.
a funeral. You don't. Oh.
But I will.
No, let's not compare divorce ceremonies and funerals. It's very different.
No, it's very same. Like birthday party and funeral, wedding ceremony.
Do you
divorce
party
ceremony.
before you have a funeral?
Party means just gathering people.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay. Oh.
See, party, conservative party. It's not party. Do you celebrate
No, that's...
conservative party, democratic party? It's party means gathering people.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, just clarifying. Okay.
Yeah. So from now on, people watch this video. You should really, really careful to invite people to your wedding. You know, they are not just go there and eat food and forget your wedding ceremony. They bless your wedding. They bless your marriage to keep going on. So when you make a decision to get divorced, you should at least call people who joined your wedding and say sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know this happened. I promised in front of you, but I didn't make. And if they don't allow your divorce, just don't.
Don't you think people will be weird? Like, I get a call, ring, ring, ring. Oh, I'm so sorry, but I got divorced.
No,
sorry
not
to
got
you.
divorced. Before
I will
divorce.
get a divorce.
Mhm.
I probably wouldn't care. I don't know. Would you care?
Really?
Difference of opinion.
Your friend is considering divorce and you don't care. Okay.
But I don't understand.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's kind of her choice. But it's her life. I mean, that's sad, but people should do whatever makes them happy. I
You know
just
what?
don't care.
You know why?
No, I don't care. I would care.
You didn't go to wedding.
Yeah, I haven't gone.
So
I go to
often.
weddings for different reasons. I went to probably 10 weddings last year. But I work at a wedding company. So it's like a bit different.
Okay, how many wedding have you been to? Like your friends, your relations?
Friends. 2, actually. Only
2
2.
weddings.
But I've been here. No, 3.
3. I mean, whole life
My whole life,
in America,
including
wherever.
family who got married,
Mhm.
maybe like 20.
20 weddings.
I'm like,
What did you devote?
Huh?
What did you give to them?
nothing.
Nothing. Because she didn't give anything.
I don't think so.
That's why
No,
it's
I
light.
Me?
Me,
Yeah. 10 weddings,
money,
$1,000.
money, and time as well.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
help them.
So
and
as a
long
wedding,
distance.
I have a question. Do you think as a wedding planner I should get my money back then? Because like I spent all of this time, lots of time, planning their wedding, calling
you
all
get
of
paid.
the vendors. Yeah, but then they get a divorce. Oh yeah, I do get paid. That's true.
This is your work.
But I felt like it was all for nothing. Because then they just got a divorce. And what was the whole purpose of having the wedding?
Yeah, you know what?
But I got
Actually,
money,
they
so I
should
guess
get
it's okay.
paid back.
They should pay back?
Because the wedding is gone.
Yeah.
So you should pay back.
No, because I still put in all that work. That was the main part, is the work.
So, I insist. The law is launched. Divorce ceremony is necessary. So, when people decide to get divorced, they should make paper with list of people who joined the wedding ceremony, and the court should call the people and make them vote for the divorce for the couple, if they can divorce or not. If they don't get more than 50%, they should stay 1 more year. And if they still want to divorce, they have to call the people again and make the vote again.
Do you think people would go the second time though? Because 2 times is too much.
Okay, then they can vote
Online.
online.
Can they just do it online the first time?
If they divorced anyway, without more than 50% vote, they never can marry again, legally.
Wait, say that again?
If they get divorced without more than 50 votes, 50% of votes, they legally they cannot marry again.
That's scary.
Understand? Marriage is not just for fun. It's a serious business. If you don't like this, just go somewhere else and just live together. Don't make wedding ceremony.
Oh, we talked about this earlier, how in some countries, especially in Northern Europe, how they're not, like many couples are not officially married, but they stay together for years, 20, 30 years, without being legally married. But I think, you know what? I think they had a ceremony though. Or I think it depends on the couples, but just not all of them.
Do you know the term of the situation, like staying together without marriage? I know in Korean, but I don't know
really?
in English. You know, there's a movement, already a law, to consider that relationship as a legal relationship, as marriage.
Is it just unofficially married or not officially married but live together? I don't know. Common law marriage? Oh, common law marriage. That's what it's called.
Common law marriage.
Mm.
Yeah, just don't get married. Don't call your friends. Isn't it a big commitment to get married?
It is. It's huge.
It's huge. Isn't it a big commitment? Divorce?
Divorce is a commitment? No. I mean, yes, but no. It's really confusing.
It's really, really big issue.
In Korea, people don't really get divorces, right? Even though they don't like each other. I mean, people do, but like, they will stay together.
These days, the rate of divorce is rising up.
Yeah, it's rising. In America, it's already high, but like, Korea was lower than America.
I think it's related with individualism and small family and small relations. Like old days, we all know each other in a town. So marriage and divorce is big news. Everyone knows. But these days, population grows up, but we don't know each other, right?
Yes.
So we make decisions like just
too fast.
On our own.
Yeah, on our own.
Without any help, like the third opinion, advice. And we are all so full of ourselves.
I think people too, we have too many options, and then we have apps like all of the dating apps and stuff. So it's very kind of like superficial. So we just, it is really important, like in marriage, because as a marriage, how do I say, kind of like planner, or like, sorry, wedding planner, I've met so many couples, and not that to say when I meet them, oh, they're so perfect for each other. Oh my gosh. Like, personalities are very different, and I can see that they have like their own problems, but that's kind of normal. And it's just the important thing is really sticking through it, even through all the issues and stuff like that. You know, always trying to communicate with each other and those things. That's what kind of makes a relationship last. But because of, I think, like all of the dating apps, I've noticed, especially just from my experience, like if I date someone for a little bit, then afterwards we just, oh yeah, not really, just give up easily, because there's so many other options. That's how we view it.
Fucking
so you
Tinder.
just move through like too quickly, and I think sometimes people give up too fast, which is, then how are you ever gonna like have a relationship? Like, there's gonna be tough times, and like when things get tough, you have to kind of just try, you know? And that's the same for marriage. So that's true.
don't use date app.
Yeah.
It will
don't
ruin
use
your
dating
life.
apps.
Just meet people on the street like me.
I think date apps can be okay because it really depends on the people you meet, but there's kind of no filter really. So you're gonna meet all kinds of people. You're gonna meet people who just want to mess around, and then so it's a bit harder. You have to kind of filter through everyone and kind of have a good judgment of what type of person you think they are.
Just don't use date app.
But yeah, you have to filter kind of through. So there's it's like a lot of work, but then not a lot of work. Because it seems easy, right? Just to use it. But filtering is where
I think using date app is useful only when you are abroad. Like travel abroad.
You don't know anyone.
For a week. When I was in like Philippines, Japan, anywhere like America, use Tinder and find someone close and meet and have fun and make good memories and then come back. But I don't use it. But it sounds good idea.
I think that's what a lot of people do. Yeah. Yeah.
But just don't use it in local area. It will ruin your life. It will ruin your reputation.
You have to be careful of that too, because then you may like run into like.
That's right.
Okay, awkward. Oh, you live here.
And don't get married with people who you meet through Tinder.
Don't marry. Some
It's
people
like-
do.
It's like
It
get
works
married
out.
with people who meet at club.
Yeah, what is worse? Like meeting through club or through no, definitely club is worse. Club is definitely bad. Cuz at least if you meet someone on Tinder, you go on a nice date during the day. But if you meet someone at the club, you're already drunk and you're like, ooh, and it's dark and you can't even see the person and yeah, that's a bad idea. And then you can't even talk, right? Cuz it's like
맞아.
too loud. I don't think I've ever went on a date with someone I met at the club. Have you?
I don't like clubbing.
I think I have. It's crazy. Yeah.
I don't drink.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, he doesn't.
If I
That's why I
like
used to
to
go on the
drink.
street.
Yes, I like to drink coffee and conversation over the table. Over the
coffee.
Coffee.
Oh, this is another issue we can talk about, which I know like a lot of guys don't like, is how first date guys have to pay, or in some cases guys have to pay every time.
Oh, good. We can talk about
That in the next
this.
episode.
To be continued.
Yes.
Okay. Just don't forget, if you have wedding ceremony, you will have divorce ceremony. Bye bye.
Bye.
안녕.
안녕.